What's up, fellas? That's right, it's with my headset mic this time around. Um, it's me, Alliico. How's it going? I know it's been a minute, and we're gonna talk about that. This is gonna be kind of a different video than what I usually do on here, and I think today I'm gonna talk about a few things that I've not really talked about before. So, if you will indulge me for a little bit, we're gonna go on a little trip and see where it takes us. It's been a while since I've played No Man's Sky. I've not played in a while. Quite frankly, I reinstalled for this video. I thought it would maybe provide a nice background. Look, we're out here because I got some things that are on my mind. And I want to talk about those. I think they're things that need to be talked about. So, it's no secret to anybody. It has been quite some time since I have really made any major form of video or stream or project or anything like that. This channel, on my Twitch, my TikTok, anywhere, anything like that. And there's been a few reasons why. And we're going to talk about those reasons. This isn't going to be like scripted or anything like that, so this will probably be like very all over the place. I'm going to try my best to keep this as consistent and put together as possible. There's been a lot of things going on in my personal life. I mean, a few years ago now, in 2023, I just going through a lot of difficulty and challenges. I've always considered myself to be someone that is, very ambitious. When I have a goal set in mind, I do everything I can to make sure that that goal happens. And sometimes my ambition can get the better of me and cause me to become a little bit overconfident. For example, I guess as a nice little tidbit, when I first started making videos 4 years ago on the dot, today, April 5th, I had a specific goal in mind. See, I think it's important to note that this was around the time that, there was still a lot of the YouTubers that were getting really big during the lockdown and everything were starting to, make their mark on the scene. A lot of these people suddenly just became very big overnight. And there was a part of me that thought I could be one of those people. I set a goal for myself. I was just starting college at the time. New opportunities, new beginnings were on the way, and I decided that a goal I would put in mind for myself was to try and make it big on YouTube before I graduated college. I know, crazy. I basically gave myself about 4 years, pretty much, to just completely dump all of my efforts and everything I could into YouTube and content creation. And for a while, I was doing quite well. My first year in college, I did really well. I had a few videos, one actually, that did really well. And I will admit, it gave me a little bit of a confidence boost and made me a little bit overconfident. More than I already was, to be honest. I mean, trying to make it big on YouTube in 4 years' time. Not an easy task. I knew that then as well. But at the time I thought it was something that I was up for the task in a way. And man, I just, what little I knew then. But, I was also getting really involved in my school and everything, my college. I was excited to be in college. There were a lot of new and exciting opportunities that I wanted to hop on, and they were all very exciting things. I was getting involved with a lot of extracurricular activities, things on the side. I was trying to be involved. I was trying to do as much as I could and experience as much as I could, because even then I understood that my college years are limited. I'm not going to be in college forever. And I just wanted to take advantage of it and do everything I could. For a while I did. But unfortunately, it did get to a point where, with my classes combined with the extra clubs and groups I was a part of, as well as my streaming, my content creation, things like that, it became apparent that I was doing too much. And I was stretching myself too thin. Fortunately, by the time I realized that, it was unfortunately too late to back out of what I had already committed to. It was too late to lighten my load, maybe take less classes, or, get involved with less groups at school. It was just too late. And unfortunately, I was left with little option but to go down with the ship. That is exactly what I did. And I faced a lot of challenges, a lot of difficulties in my schooling because of that. And it definitely put me in a very bad spot, both, again, with my schooling, but also just in a bad spot mentally. Up to this point, I had always seen my confidence, my ambition as something positive, that is objectively positive, with no flaws or anything at all. To be honest, I kind of thought that I was untouchable for a while. This was the first time where I had realized that, hey, maybe I'm not immortal. Maybe I can make mistakes. Maybe sometimes I can make really big mistakes. And that was something I had to tackle right away, as soon as these problems came up. And it was, honestly, at the time, I don't think it was a conversation I was quite ready to have with myself. But it was one that I had to do. And I was not in a great place mentally because of it, having to come to grips with the fact that, I messed up potentially some great opportunities for myself because of my overconfidence. There wasn't really anyone to blame but myself. It was a complicated situation. And it was a lesson that I wasn't really too excited to learn for a while. It took me a lot longer than I'd like to admit to try and learn that lesson. Even now, I feel like I'm still trying to learn my lesson, in a sense. But since then, I've had a lot of issues with confidence. I've had issues of just, I feel like I've not really known what to do with a lot of things. I feel like I've kind of lost a bit of direction, in a sense. And it stinks. It does stink, to be honest. I mean, I effectively lost the rest of 2023 from a content creation standpoint, or just from a life standpoint. I effectively lost the rest of the year as a result of this, because I was just not able to come to grips with this. And, it killed a lot of my momentum with my content creation, with, my streaming, my YouTube videos, everything. Things that felt very easy and came very naturally at first, suddenly felt very difficult. Even now, I still find it difficult to open up the editing software and actually crack down and edit a video. Still something I'm struggling with, even right now. And I'm not fully sure when I'm going to stop struggling with that. I'm confident that at some point there will be a time where I kind of, I guess, go back to how I was in a sense. I get that confidence back. But I'm not sure how long it's going. And to be honest, I'm not too worried about how long it's going to be anymore. I mean, you remember from earlier in this conversation, I mentioned that when I first started content creation, I gave myself a goal to try and become big before I got out of college. No, about 4 years. Well, today marks 4 years since I created my YouTube channel and started this journey. And, well, as you can see, I haven't made it yet. Usually, I would be really upset about this. I would find something, someone, somewhere to blame. Usually myself. But I'm not going to do it this time. Honestly, I think I'm okay with the fact that I haven't made it. Because thinking back on it, I don't think even if I did make it, even if I did succeed in what I tried to do, I don't think I would have been ready for that. I don't think I would have been ready for that kind of pressure, anything like that. I mean, when I first started my YouTube channel back in April of 2021, I was 17. I was 17 years old. Now, 21. A couple months I'll be 22. And even now, still don't really feel ready. Still feel like I have a lot of things to learn. But you know what? I think that's okay. I think I can finally say that I'm okay with not knowing everything right away. Crazy, I know. But like, I don't know. It's a strange feeling. I feel this weight off of my shoulders. It's kind of why I've been, not really doing much content creation stuff over the past year in 2024. Not necessarily because I was still greatly struggling with these things, because for the most part I'd gotten over things by that point, but because I felt I needed extra time to really be able to think about the lesson that was being put in front of me. The lesson that I was trying to learn, that sometimes, a lot of the times actually, I'm not going to know what to do. I'm not going to have the answers. I don't need to always have the answer. I never really needed to in the first place. My content creation journey has been an interesting one. I think, quite frankly, at the time, I had gone into it with the intention of making this my career. Not because I thought necessarily it was going to be or some kind of big money-making opportunity where I can become filthy rich by doing basically nothing. I knew it was going to be a challenge. I knew it was going to be difficult. And I want to reiterate that I'm here and I haven't quit yet despite everything I've been through, because I really do enjoy what I do. It kind of takes me back. There was a video I watched recently from Jay Schlatt on the Weekly Slap. Someone who I can say I've taken a lot of inspiration from over the years. And he basically said, if you're thinking about quitting, his advice is to just quit. And And if you really, truly care about what you want to do, then the idea of being told to quit will bother you. And I thought about it, and it does bother me. That's how I know that despite the difficulties, despite the challenges that I've been through, my place is here. Sitting in front of the camera, playing a game or talking about something, a microphone in my hand or mounted on my desk, talking to you guys and entertaining. I think that this is where I'm meant. Right here, flying a silly little spaceship through the stars to an unknown planet. It's kind of a metaphor in that, isn't it? I mean, I honestly didn't really plan that, but I guess there's a bit of a metaphor in it. You know, like, here I am on this long, endless journey, this unknown planet that I'm not scanning. There could be anything on it. I don't know what that is. I'm okay with that. I can be okay with that. And I think this right here is going to be what truly sets the tone for what you can expect in year 4 of Alliico. I'm going to be trying some new things. This year I'm going to be trying different things. I'm going to be doing things that I've never done before, talking about games I've never played. There might even be some videos and some content and some streams coming out where I'm not even playing a game. I'm going to be trying to do as many different things as I possibly can this year. I want to try and just experiment a little bit. Because I think, quite frankly, while I know that my place is here, I still don't know if I'm sure what I'm doing. I'm not really sure what kind of creator I want to be. I've done a lot of things over the years. I've been a Minecraft YouTuber, I've been a Minecraft streamer, I was a PNG tuber for a while. I was very close to becoming a VTuber. I've been a podcast host. I've been a streamer. I've been a horror game streamer. I've been a Let's Player. I've got so many different things that I've done. So many different things that I haven't done yet. I want to try many of them as I can until something feels right. Maybe then I will find out truly where I'm meant to be. But the thing is, that's going to take some time. It could take a couple months, a year, maybe 2. It could be another 4 years. Maybe we'll be sitting here, flying to another unknown planet on Alliico Day, April 5th, 2029. And I'll still be trying to figure out who I am, who I'm supposed to be. But you know what? I think I can be okay with that now. No. Just like these asteroids that I'm flying through right now, the way this planet and this storm that is approaching, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be difficulty. There's going to continue to be adversity. Despite everything I've already been through, I still don't think I've faced my greatest challenge yet. It's still on the way. But when it happens, I'll be ready. Because despite everything, no matter how dark or grim or hopeless it seems, there is always a way out of the storm. There's always the other side of the asteroid. Once I get past that field of asteroids, it'll still be right in front of me. The unknown planet. My destination, whatever that may be. But I'm not going to rush it this time. I'm going to take my time I'm going to enjoy the journey of getting there. The journey to the unknown planet. I'll enjoy everything I've gotten, everything I will continue to get up to this point. All of the games I've played, the projects I've been a part of, the projects I've led, places I'll go, the people I'll meet, the friends I'll make. That's all part of the fun. This time I'm truly going to. So I guess, with that being said, that's really about it for me today. You can expect more videos coming on, this YouTube channel very soon. I've got a couple videos in the works that I can finally slowly chip away at now. I still want to make that VidCon video, no matter how long it takes. I've even got some new things that I've never tried before, like video essays, talking about games I've never talked about before. What I'm trying to say is, the future is bright. And I hope that despite everything that will come, I hope I can still have all of you by my side as I continue this journey to the unknown. So, thank you all for watching. I know it was a little bit rambly by the end, but I felt that the only way I could naturally express how I felt was if I didn't script it. So, hopefully I was able to get my point across. Hopefully any of this made sense. And I hope you guys are excited for the future just as much as I am. Hopefully it will be worth the wait. So, thank you guys again very much. Here's to another 4 years of Alliico YouTube, Twitch, streaming, video, content, everything. Here's to another year of Alliico, whatever that may look like. Take care of yourselves. Grab some snacks every once in a while. Get something to drink. Drink some water. Take care of yourselves. Most importantly, be kind. Not just to the people around you, but to yourself. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. And have yourself a damn good one. See ya!